Good morning, friends. Welcome back to Hebert's Down Home. It is Inspiration and Encouragement Monday. Okay, friends, so I am on take number who knows what. I'm just not able to convey the message that I want to convey. I'm having a hard time. Let me just sum it up for you. Let me just tell you where I'm at. So this week has been a good week. It's been calm, peaceful. Yeah, there have been some bumps and bubbles along the way, but nothing major. I feel joy and I feel at peace. I feel that comfort. And also, I feel like something's not right. I feel sort of off. And I told Monty, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I just feel sort of off this week. Like, what is it? Like, there's no major things happening. You know, the kids are doing well. He and I are doing well. You know, there's no outside major stress or, you know, the things that we sort of live with typically. I feel like, is it just that I'm so used to things not going well that when they go well, it doesn't feel right or it doesn't feel comfortable? I mean, there is that possibility. But there's also another possibility that I came across this week. So I've been continuing to read Ann Voskamp's book, The Broken Way. I'm also reading in Deuteronomy, and I think it's always interesting how this stuff all just sort of starts to mesh and meld and come together. And it's coming together for me now, and I'm kind of having this aha moment, like I think I know what it is. I think I know what that uncomfortable feeling is about. So, first of all, thinking about Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy is all about remembering. So the Israelites are getting ready to go into the promised land, into the land flowing with milk and honey. Like, just the thought of that for me is overwhelming. They are going to be overwhelmed with God's blessings. The whole chapter is about not forgetting God in the middle of all those blessings, in the middle of that joy, in the middle of that time where they're now going to experience this peace. I mean, they've been traveling through the wilderness for 40 years. And God has been taking care of them, and He's been encouraging them, and they keep forgetting. And finally, they've made it. Finally, they've gotten there. They've gotten to this land of the promised land, this land that God has promised them. And there's this entire chapter about these blessings and these curses, like obey, and these blessings are yours. Disobey, and these curses are yours. And you have got to remember me. Because you're going into this land where you're going to be blessed immensely. And it's going to be so easy to forget. Because when life is hard, it's hard to forget God. Because you need Him. You need Him for like every second, every breath, every step you take during the day. Sometimes you just need Him to be there with you. But when things are good, it's so easy to forget God. And I am so guilty of that. So each morning as I am reading this, like, remember me. Don't forget, as you're going into this land of blessing, as you're going into this time of peacefulness and this time of joy, don't forget about God. So then on the other side, here's Ann Voskamp's book, The Broken Way. And she's talking about what happens when our spiritual bucket is full. I'm thinking, I never really thought about that before. Like, can my bucket be full? Has my bucket ever been full? Maybe my bucket is full now. And she talks about how in order to keep filling our bucket, we have to empty it. And I'm thinking, empty my bucket. I worked so hard to get my bucket full, like to fill that joy and to fill that peace. I don't want to empty my bucket. But it's an interesting concept. It's something interesting to think about. When we've been blessed, when we're not in a time of turmoil and difficulty in our lives, and we've been blessed and our spiritual buckets feel full, In order to keep filling our bucket with Christ, we have to empty it. We have to pass it on. We have to pay it forward. We have to do something with all of those blessings that God has given us. We can't just gather them up. I've been filling up my bucket. And I think that's where this feeling of unrest is coming from. Maybe my bucket is full. Maybe I need to do something with it so that I have more room for Christ. So Ann Voskamp is talking about how when our bucket is full, we have to empty it so that we have more room for Christ. And that ultimately our goal should not be to fill our own bucket, but to empty our own bucket. Empty our own bucket by paying it forward, by giving, and in turn, when we empty our bucket, it becomes more full because we are receiving as much as we are giving from that. So I'm just going to sum this up, okay? I'm just going to put this in a big nutshell. There's going to be a ton of editing in this video, and hopefully somehow, some way, I have the footage to convey what I'm trying to convey. But in a nutshell, from Deuteronomy, I am learning, don't forget about God. When things get good, when you're in a time of blessing, when you're in a time where life is easier, don't forget about God. Don't forget about His blessings. Because when we forget about His blessings, we lose our joy. And when we lose our joy, we walk down an easy path to disobedience towards Him. That's what I'm learning from Deuteronomy. From Ann Voskamp's book, I'm learning that maybe my bucket is full. And even if it's not full, maybe I need to empty it so I can get it filled up. And it's not about filling my bucket, it's about emptying my bucket. Life should be about emptying my bucket. Not about hanging on for dear life and trying to fill it. Because by doing that, I'm filling it more slowly. Because in emptying it, it's being filled. And it's being filled even more abundantly by sharing the joy, by sharing my blessings, by paying it forward. Maybe you guys have filled my bucket to overflowing. Maybe you ladies have filled up my bucket. Maybe that's why it's overflowing and I don't know what to do with it. But I get so much affirmation and encouragement from you guys that I don't even know what to do with all that. I don't even know what to do with it. And I need to pay it forward. That's what I need to be doing it with it. But the reason that I'm here, the reason that my channel exists, my why is to encourage others. Like, that's what I want. That's what I want today's video to do, is encourage someone. And if it's even, I've said this before, if it's even one person, if one person watches this and is encouraged, then it was worth my time. And tomorrow, if one person watches my video and is encouraged, it was worth my time. Same with Wednesday's video. It just takes encouraging one person. That's my why for even being on YouTube. So when I think about it, and I think about my why is to encourage someone, and I think in return that I've been so encouraged, and that's maybe why my bucket is overflowing. So thank you. Thank you so much, and thank you for watching today, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.